Hello, everyone, and welcome to my informative speech. Imagine achieving maximum muscle growth and strength while minimizing the time spent in the gym. Today, we will delve into the revolutionary training methods of late bodybuilding legend Mike Mentzer. Everyone needs some sort of level of physical fitness in order to maintain their health and to feel better about themselves. Being an advocate for training more intensely, thus requiring less time, Mike Mentzer maximized the efficiency of training to have time for other things. As for my credibility on this subject, I've trained for over 5 years and started going to the gym more seriously about 2 years ago, increasing my bench from 225 to 315 pounds and squatting 325 for 5 reps. And always looking for better ways to train for optimal results while balancing school to prepare to be a nurse. It's led me to research and speak on this topic today. And in this informative speech, we will explore Mike Mentzer's high-intensity training, its principles, and compare it with more traditional bodybuilding methods. But before we do that, we need to first talk about who he was and what he achieved and imprinted on in the bodybuilding community. So first off, who was Mike Mentzer? Mike Mentzer was a bodybuilder, as you tell, who started his journey at 12 years old, being born in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. According to an article from the greatestphysiques.com website in 2016. And some of his achievements include winning his first bodybuilding show, the Mr. Lancaster, at 18 years old, being the first man ever to achieve a perfect score in an elite contest, the 1978 Mr. Universe, and he helped popularize Arthur Jones's high-intensity principles and advocated calorie counting before tracking your macros was even a thing. Now that we know who he is and what he's achieved, let's talk about his style of training. The principles of heavy-duty, high-intensity training are that it focuses on intensity over volume. Basically what this means is it focuses more on how hard the exercise is for you instead of the amount of repetitions you do, while maintaining the quality reps, correct form, and proper muscle stimulation during the exercise. And for Mike Mentzer, he typically obliterated his muscles and then moved on right away, only doing just 1 to 2 sets while doing forced reps with max intensity. And his workouts were often only 45 minutes in their duration. And his beliefs of intensity and low volume have recently had a resurgence in popularity among gym rats and lifters. With this, let's take a look as to why and compare his high-intensity training with more traditional bodybuilding methods. Here we have Arnold, who was an advocate for high-volume training, and on the left, which is Mike Mentzer. And from an article by Nick Ryan on the Apex website in 2015, he lays out both the pros and cons of Mike Mentzer's high-intensity training and the more traditional methods of bodybuilding, which are high-volume training. As for the pros of high-intensity training, it is that it's a brief workout. You don't really have to spend that much time working out. And secondly, it increases your strength gains rapidly. And for the third one, it reduces the volume to the areas of your body that are prone to injury. As for the high-intensity cons, it is questionable for hypertrophy, which hypertrophy is muscle growth, and it can lead to exertion headaches, and it has poor muscle memory for novices, since we don't really train the movement that often with only low amounts of reps. And for high volume training, which is more traditional for bodybuilding methods, it has time-tested results. It can help nullify your weak links, and it allows for muscle memory. And finally, failure is not required for high volume training in order to grow. And the cons of high volume training are the massive time commitment, as naturally when you do lots of reps, you're going to be there for a long time. And it has the potential to overuse your injuries. And finally, it leads to slower progress than if you were to do high intensity training. And in conclusion, today we've taken a look at Mike Mentzer's heavy-duty, high-intensity training. We've looked at who Mike Mentzer was, the principles of his style, and compared it to more traditional bodybuilding methods. And finally, to close, I would like to leave you all with a quote to think about for your next workout. A quote by Socrates. And it says that it is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. And that is it for my informative speech on Mike Mentzer and his training methods.